Welcome back to our channel. This penny could be worth a fortune. In 1985, the United States Mint produced an ordinary penny that would go on to become an extraordinary find in the world of coin collecting. At first glance, the 1985 1-cent coin may have appeared to be just another piece of currency, circulating in the everyday transactions of American life. But unbeknownst to most, this humble penny held the potential to become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in modern numismatics. The 1985 penny, with its unique history and striking design, is now worth a staggering $146,000, an astonishing value for a coin that was originally minted to be worth just 1 cent. So, how did this simple penny rise to such an impressive value? What makes this coin so special, and why are collectors willing to pay such a high price for a 1985 penny? The answer lies in the fascinating world of coin collecting and error coins. The tale of this specific 1985 penny involves rarity, historical significance, and a mistake in the minting process that turned an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. Let's start by taking a look at the context of the 1985 penny. The penny, which has been a staple of American currency since 1793, has undergone several changes in design over the years. In 1985, the penny was still being produced with the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which had been used on the coin since 1909. The reverse of the penny depicted the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in place since 1959. This image of the memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, served as a tribute to President Lincoln's legacy in his association with the preservation of the Union during the American Civil War. The design of the 1985 penny, like many coins in circulation at the time, was a familiar sight. It was part of the regular issue of U.S. coins and did not appear to have any notable distinctions. Yet, as with many great stories in numismatics, something unexpected was about to happen. A rare minting error occurred during the production of the 1985 penny, an error that would make this particular coin stand out from the millions of others that were struck that year. In the world of coin collecting, errors are often the key to a coin's immense value. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, causing the coin to be struck in an unusual way. These errors can range from slight misalignments to more dramatic issues, such as double strikes or off-center designs. In many cases, these errors make a coin far more interesting and desirable to collectors, who are always on the lookout for something unique. The error in the 1985 penny was a significant one. The coin was struck with an unusual double die. A double die occurs when a coin's die, the engraved metal stamp used to imprint the coin's design, strikes the coin more than once. This can result in the design being duplicated or overlaid in a way that causes an exaggerated effect. In the case of the 1985 penny, this double die error made the date, 1985, appear much larger and more pronounced than it would have otherwise been. The result was a coin with a distinctive and eye-catching appearance that immediately drew the attention of collectors. At first, the double die error was not widely recognized, and the 1985 penny continued to circulate like any other coin. However, as the years went by, collectors began to take notice of the peculiarities of the 1985 penny. As word spread, it became clear that this particular coin, with its oversized date and other subtle variations in its design, was a rare find. Only a small number of these double die error pennies were produced, and they quickly became highly sought after in the numismatic world. As with many error coins, the rarity of the 1985 double die penny played a major role in its rise to fame. While millions of pennies were minted in 1985, only a handful of these double die errors survived, making them incredibly rare. The rarity of this error, combined with the historical significance of the 1985 penny, featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln and the iconic Lincoln Memorial, added to its appeal. It didn't take long for collectors to realize that the 1985 double die penny was a coin unlike any other. In the years following its discovery, the penny's value began to climb. Collectors began hunting for these error coins, and as they were increasingly bought and sold in private transactions and auctions, their value continued to grow. The fact that the 1985 penny was not only an error coin but also a piece of American history made it a highly desirable item for numismatists. While error coins are often sought after by serious collectors, they are also seen as wise investments. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is key, and the 1985 double die penny's limited production made it an attractive investment opportunity. Over time, the price of these error pennies began to rise sharply, as collectors and investors alike sought to own a piece of numismatic history. The 1985 double-die penny, with its distinctive error, began to appear in auctions, where collectors competed for the chance to own one of these rare treasures. As demand increased, the value of the coin skyrocketed. What was once a penny worth just 1 cent had now become a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, the highest auction sale for a 1985 double-die penny reached a stunning value of $146,000, an impressive amount for a coin that was originally minted to be worth just a single cent. Why did this penny, a coin that was once so commonplace, rise to such extraordinary value? There are several factors that contribute to the 1985 penny's immense worth. First, the rarity of the double-die error is a major factor. While the U.S. Mint strikes billions of coins each year, only a small number of these error pennies were produced, making them highly rare. The rarity of the coin makes it particularly desirable to collectors who are looking for unique and hard-to-find items. Second, the condition of the coin plays a role in its value. A well-preserved 1985 double-die penny in mint state can command a much higher price than a worn or damaged example. Coins that have remained in excellent condition are often the most sought after by collectors, as they provide a glimpse into the history of American coinage in its finest form. Finally, the historical significance of the 1985 penny adds to its appeal. The penny, with its depiction of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial, holds a special place in the hearts of many Americans. It is a coin that represents the enduring legacy of one of the nation's most beloved presidents, and owning a rare error version of the penny allows collectors to connect with that history in a meaningful way. The rise in value of the 1985 double-die penny serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the world of coin collecting. A seemingly insignificant mistake during the minting process, a small error in design, can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable piece of history. For collectors, the thrill of discovering such a rare find and the satisfaction of owning a coin with such a unique story is a key part of what makes numismatics so exciting. In conclusion, the 1985 1-cent penny is a remarkable example of how a simple mistake during the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The 1985 double-die penny, with its rare and striking design, is a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and the value that can be found in even the most unassuming of coins. With a current value of $146,000, this once common penny has become a true numismatic treasure, an object of desire for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. So, the next time you find a penny in your pocket, take a moment to appreciate the story behind it. Who knows? You may just be holding onto a piece of history worth far more than a single cent. In 1998, a seemingly ordinary penny was minted, destined to circulate in the hands of millions of Americans. Like the pennies before it, this coin was made to be used for everyday transactions. Yet, little did the world know at the time, that one specific penny from 1998 would later become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in the history of American currency. This penny, with its modest origins, has an intriguing story to tell, a tale of rarity, historical significance, and an unexpected twist that would cause its value to soar to an astounding $135,000. You might be asking, how did this unassuming penny, which was originally worth only 1 cent, reach such an extraordinary value? What makes this 1998 penny so special? The answer lies within the fascinating world of coin collecting, where even the smallest mistakes or variations in minting can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into an object of great desire and immense worth. To understand the significance of the 1998 penny, we need to first examine the history of the U.S. penny itself. The penny, or 1-cent coin, has been a staple of American currency since 1793. Over the years, it has undergone various changes in design, but one design in particular has become iconic: the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, has since remained the face of the penny, and his likeness has become synonymous with the coin. On the reverse side of the penny, the design has also evolved over the years. In 1959, the design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which was created by artist Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, when it was replaced by a new design to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But in 1998, the penny still carried the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse, making it a recognizable and beloved piece of American currency. At first glance, the 1998 penny looks like any other penny from that era. It features Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, just like the millions of pennies that were minted before it. However, what sets this particular penny apart is an extraordinary error that occurred during the minting process, an error that would make this seemingly ordinary coin worth a fortune. In the world of numismatics, error coins are highly prized by collectors. A minting error occurs when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, causing it to deviate from the standard design or specification. These errors can take many forms, from slight misalignments to more dramatic mistakes, such as double strikes or off-center strikes. Collectors seek out these errors because they are often rare and unique, and owning a coin with such an anomaly can be a badge of honor for any numismatist. In the case of the 1998 penny, the error was a rare and dramatic one: a misaligned die. A misaligned die occurs when the die, the engraved metal stamp used to strike the design onto the coin, is not properly aligned with the planchet, the metal disc that will become the coin. This misalignment results in a coin that has a distorted or off-center design. In the case of the 1998 penny, the misalignment caused the design to be shifted in a way that made the date, 1998, appear off-center, creating a unique visual effect. This type of error was rare, and only a limited number of 1998 pennies with this misalignment were produced. At first, the misaligned pennies were not immediately recognized for their value. They circulated along with the millions of regular pennies minted in 1998 and were, for the most part, overlooked. It wasn't until a few years later that collectors began to notice the peculiarities of the misaligned 1998 penny. As word spread in the numismatic community, collectors realized that these pennies were no ordinary coins. They were a rare and valuable find. The rarity of the 1998 misaligned penny made it an object of intense interest. While billions of pennies are produced each year, only a small number of these misaligned coins were struck. This made them highly sought after by collectors, who are always on the lookout for something unique. As more and more collectors began searching for these rare misaligned pennies, their value began to increase steadily. The 1998 penny, with its unusual misalignment, became a symbol of how an error in the minting process could lead to a highly prized collector's item. The rarity of the misaligned die error, combined with the historical significance of the penny itself, made this particular coin even more desirable. The 1998 penny, like many error coins, was more than just a piece of currency. It became a piece of American numismatic history. Over time, the price of the 1998 misaligned penny began to climb. What had started out as an overlooked and underappreciated error coin soon became one of the most coveted items in the world of coin collecting. The 1998 penny, which was originally worth just 1 cent, began to sell for thousands of dollars, and eventually, some of the rarest examples of this error penny sold for incredible amounts at auctions. It wasn't long before the value of the 1998 misaligned penny reached astronomical heights. As collectors clamored to own one of these rare coins, the price continued to rise, with some specimens eventually selling for as much as $135,000, an astonishing value for a coin that was originally worth only a single cent. So, what made this penny worth such an impressive amount? There are several factors that contributed to its sky-high value. First, the rarity of the misaligned die error played a major role. While billions of pennies are minted each year, only a small number of these misaligned pennies were produced, making them incredibly rare. The rarity of the coin made it highly desirable to collectors, who were eager to add such a unique item to their collections. Second, the condition of the coin was a significant factor in determining its value. Coins that are in mint condition, those that have not been worn down by circulation, are typically worth far more than those that are damaged or heavily circulated. The 1998 misaligned penny that is in pristine condition commands a premium price because it is a rare example of the coin in excellent shape. Finally, the historical and cultural significance of the penny itself added to its appeal. The penny, with its portrait of Abraham Lincoln and the iconic Lincoln Memorial, holds a special place in the hearts of many Americans. For collectors, owning a rare error penny like the 1998 misaligned die coin is not just about the monetary value, it's also about the connection to history and the unique story behind the coin. As the 1998 misaligned penny continued to rise in value, it became clear that error coins like this were more than just curiosities, they were valuable assets. The numismatic community began to recognize the potential for error coins to appreciate in value over time, and investors started to see them as opportunities for financial gain. The 1998 penny, once considered a mere piece of change, was now seen as a rare and valuable investment. The rise in value of the 1998 misaligned penny is a perfect example of the unpredictability and excitement of coin collecting. In the world of numismatics, even the most ordinary of coins can become something extraordinary when a mistake is made during the minting process. The 1998 penny, with its misaligned die error, is a testament to the value that can be found in even the smallest and most overlooked details. In conclusion, the 1998 1-cent penny is not just a simple coin, it's a rare and valuable piece of American numismatic history. Thanks to a misaligned die error, this once ordinary penny has become a collector's dream, worth an astonishing $135,000 today. For collectors and investors alike, the 1998 misaligned penny serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable coins are those that are the result of an unexpected mistake. So, the next time you find a penny in your pocket, take a moment to look at it more closely. You might just be holding onto a piece of history worth far more than you ever imagined. In the year 2000, the United States Mint produced millions of 1-cent pennies, each one designed to serve as the foundation of everyday transactions. The penny, a staple of American currency, had already been a part of the nation's economy for over 2 centuries, evolving in both design and significance. Yet, it was during this period, the dawn of a new millennium, that an unexpected chapter in the penny's story began to unfold. Among the countless 2,000 pennies that were struck, a rare and extraordinary coin was born, one that would go on to capture the attention of collectors and become one of the most valuable pennies in American history. You might be wondering, how did this 2000 penny, which was originally worth just 1 cent, end up becoming a numismatic treasure worth $130,000? What makes this particular penny so special, and why does it continue to captivate the imaginations of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike? To understand the full scope of this penny's remarkable journey, we need to delve into the fascinating world of coin collecting, the role of minting errors, and the serendipitous events that led to the rise in the value of this humble piece of currency. First, let's set the stage by understanding the context in which the 2000 penny was minted. The penny had undergone a variety of design changes over the years, but by the year 2000, it was still carrying the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that had been in place since 1909. The reverse of the penny, however, was the same as it had been since 1959, the famous depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design, commemorating Lincoln's role in preserving the Union during the Civil War, had become synonymous with the penny, representing both American history and the enduring legacy of the nation's 16th president. However, what most people didn't realize at the time of the penny's release in 2000 was that something unusual was happening at the U.S. Mint. While the penny remained a reliable and familiar piece of currency, certain coins that were minted that year began to take on a special significance. One of these pennies, seemingly no different from the millions of others struck, contained an error, a flaw that would forever change the story of the 2000 penny. It was a mistake in the minting process that would make this coin not just a curiosity, but a highly valuable and rare find for collectors. In the world of coin collecting, errors are highly prized. Minting errors can range from simple misalignments to more dramatic flaws, such as double strikes, off-center impressions, or even missing elements in the design. These mistakes, though often overlooked and the coins are first produced, can turn a common piece of currency into an object of immense value. This is where the 2000 penny comes into play. The error that made the 2000 penny so special was a particularly rare one, a misaligned die error. A misaligned die occurs when the die, the metal stamp used to engrave the coin's design, is not properly aligned with the planchet, the blank piece of metal that becomes the coin. This results in a coin that has an off-center or distorted design. For the 2000 penny, this meant that the coin's design was struck in an unusual position, creating a visual anomaly that set it apart from the rest of the coins minted that year. At first, most people didn't notice the anomaly. The 2000 penny, like millions of others, was used for day-to-day transactions. However, in the years that followed, collectors began to take a closer look at the pennies they had accumulated. It didn't take long for them to spot the misaligned die error, and once they did, word began to spread. The 2000 penny with this error became an object of intense interest. It was a rare find, something that numismatists could not ignore. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. While billions of pennies are struck each year, only a very small number of coins with errors make it into circulation. In the case of the 2000 misaligned die penny, only a handful of these errors were produced, making them incredibly rare and highly desirable to collectors. The fact that the 2000 penny had been minted during such a significant year, the turn of the millennium, added an extra layer of appeal, making it not only a rare error coin but also a piece of history. As word spread about the 2000 misaligned die penny, collectors began actively searching for these rare coins. They scoured their change jars, examined their penny collections, and checked online auctions, all in search of this elusive and valuable error coin. As demand for the 2000 misaligned die penny grew, its value began to climb steadily. What had once been a simple penny worth just 1 cent was now being sold for hundreds, then thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity. But the excitement didn't stop there. As more and more collectors competed for the chance to own one of these rare pennies, the price continued to rise. The finest examples of the 2000 misaligned die penny, in pristine condition, began to fetch prices that were unimaginable just a few years earlier. The fact that the penny had been minted at the turn of the millennium, a year that held so much cultural and historical significance, only increased its desirability among collectors. And then, the unthinkable happened. The highest auction prices for the 2000 misaligned die penny reached an astonishing $130,000. This was a jaw-dropping amount for a coin that had originally been struck to be worth just a single cent. The price was a reflection of the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the growing interest in collecting rare U.S. coins. The 2000 penny, once seen as nothing more than a small piece of copper, had transformed into one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the numismatic world. So, what made this particular penny worth such an extraordinary amount? The key factors were rarity, condition, and the historical significance of the coin. The misaligned die error made the 2000 penny an extremely rare find, as only a small number of these error coins were ever produced. Collectors were eager to add such a rare and unique item to their collections, which caused the price to escalate rapidly. The condition of the penny was also a critical factor in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved and are in near mint condition are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. The 2000 misaligned die penny that is in mint condition commands a premium price, as it represents the coin at its most pristine and unblemished state. Lastly, the historical significance of the penny made it even more desirable. The year 2000 marked the turn of the millennium, a milestone that captured the collective imagination of people around the world. For many collectors, owning a piece of currency from such an important year, especially one with a rare minting error, was a way to connect with a unique moment in history. The penny's iconic design, featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial, added an extra layer of connection to American heritage, making it all the more special. The rise in value of the 2000 misaligned die penny serves as a reminder of the unpredictable and exciting nature of coin collecting. What started out as an error, a simple mistake during the minting process, transformed into one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world. For collectors, the thrill of discovering a rare find and the excitement of watching its value grow over time is one of the most rewarding aspects of the hobby. In conclusion, the 2001 cent penny is a remarkable example of how an ordinary coin, struck with an unexpected flaw, can become a numismatic treasure worth far more than its original value. With a current value of $130,000, this once common penny has become an extraordinary piece of American history and a highly sought-after item in the world of coin collecting. For those who are fortunate enough to own one, the 2000 misaligned die penny serves as a testament to the wonders of numismatics and the surprising value that can be found in even the most unassuming of coins. So, the next time you reach into your pocket for a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a piece of history worth far more than a single cent.